here's the bun. I am working on furring her. Okay, so yesterday I did this, which I don't know if this is gonna focus. There we go. So this is stiff felt, and I basically made a little cone and I glued it to the top of this. It's like a fidget toy. They're like screws that you can like screw together. And what this is for is the rabbit ears will be attached to this side, and I basically just wanted to make it so that when you look inside you don't see any foam. So that's why, because this is just a hole, so I made this little cone that goes over top, so when it's foamed you don't see any raw foam. And this will be on the head of the fursuit, and so you just like put it like this. This will be the ear, and you just screw the ear on. So that's this, because the ears are rather large. I don't even know if I can fit it in the frame of this, but this is the rabbit head, and those are the ears. They're over a foot tall right now. I'm waiting to hear back from the client to see if that's the correct shape and positioning and size they want for the ears before I glue these down. So there's a blue one and a purple one for the ears. And so I'm just waiting to hear back before I actually permanently attach these. And in generally, like, you don't have to make ears detachable, but because those ears are so large, a lot of furries like to bring their fursuit heads as carry-ons if they fly. And that would just like, I think technically it would fit as a carry-on, but it would just make it like pretty cumbersome. So this way you could like take off the ears and pack the ears in your checked luggage, or even just take off the ears and like set them under the head, which, you know, halves basically how tall the fursuit head is. So and a bunch of swatches. I usually I had been ordering like 1 or 2 swatches at a time when it came to commissions, but right now I have a jackal bodysuit, a fox partial, a bear partial, and then my fox full suit that I need to check, that I needed swatches for. So I was like, let me just buy the full swatch pack from Hal Fabrics of the teddy furs. So that's what I did. Sorry, this light is so harsh. But so I got these. Yeah, look at the purple. I think the main color on the fox is going to be this purple. This is the... Yeah, it's going to be one of these two. I think it might be this one. Anyway. So that's lovely. Swatches. I have a new table. And even though it takes up like a third of this room, this much space between the tables, so I have a very narrow lane here. Maybe it's like, yeah, it's not even like 2 office chairs wide. But I feel like putting a table here is a better use of space than just leaving it blank, because I already had boxes set up here. So like my polyfill box is under this table now. And these boxes were stacked on top of that polyfill box. But I'm going to get rid of them and use this table as basically a second workstation. So the fursuit I'm actively working on can stay on that table, or I can sew on that table. And this can be a secondary table where I can like move projects I'm not actively working on. I have a table now. So what I'm doing currently, all of this stuff was stacked on like where the table is. It's on top of the table. And I'm going to sort through it. It's trash day. So everything I want, I'm going to put in this box. And everything else is going in a trash bag that is on the ground. And hopefully, when I'm done, hopefully it will all fit within this box, not overflow. And then I'll figure out what to do with that box. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it under this table. That's the thing too, because like what's under... Right now there's polyfill under that table, and under that table is my convention stuff. So like my PVC pipe stand, both my duffel bags, also one of my sewing machines. The little one is under there currently. So it's cleaning time. These are some of the foam pieces I use when making digi padding. I tend to use the same pieces over and over. This one especially. Calf padding I have to, or actually thigh padding, I usually have to carve more unique shapes for that than I do things like hips. I tape these on, I fill in spaces around it with polyfill or other pieces of foam, and then I pattern over that. These don't go into the final bodysuits. So I'm gonna do that next. I actually might pattern this whole thing tonight. It's only midnight and like I woke up really late because I went to bed very late. So I think I actually might just pattern this now. So I'm gonna do that. The next step is, this is a commission. So what I'm doing is I'm uploading pictures of this to the Trello for the customer. I might upload an additional one. Sometimes it's hard for people to visualize what a fursuit will look like when it's complete because they have lots of ugly stages. So, come on. This is another commission I'm working on. This looks hideous. It's just pinned on right now. So there's lots of stages during fursuit work where you're just like, wow, I really messed this up. This looks gross. And when you make a lot of fursuits, eventually you like get over that fear and you like just work through it. But for customers, if they're not fursuit makers themselves, it can be kind of hard to see through the ugliness. So what I'll do is I'll sometimes take this whole bodysuit is going to be made out of luxury shag. So I'll take the fur that the bodysuit is going to be made out of, and I will just like throw it on there. This isn't the color, this is the type though. And I'll throw it on there and I'll kind of like pinch it and take a picture just to be like, when this is furred, this will look good. I promise. And then the other step I do is before I draw on the actual markings, I will take pictures and I'll put it on my iPad and draw over it, so that the customer can get a general idea of where markings are placed and they can approve that or ask for edits. I used to draw directly on here, then send the pictures, then ask if they want changes. It's just a waste of marker, it's a waste of time, and it's easier if I just do it digitally, then put it on the dummy, and then ask for approval. So that is what I'm doing now before I go to sleep. Here is the pattern bodysuit for this character. Markings are drawn on in black. The last step I have to do before cutting it out is to put the little register marks. You know, put one here, here, so I know how to line it up later. I just wanted to turn on the camera and show you this because I think it's so funny. Look at it. It's a little muzzle. It's just the mouth. Little baby.
He looks so soft.
I love you say that when I look. I'm like, beehive time. Saren, go touch it. No, I was joking.
I bet.
See, look, because there's like bees around.
Like a fuck ton of bees.
And so I'm like,
Most definitely.
I'm so like, what if they're still in there?
They probably are.
Let's not fuck with it, okay?
But if we did,
Yeah.
and it would be cool content.
Say, do you want to explain yourself to the YouTube audience? Do you want to justify what you're doing right now?
I'm taking.
This
This is the one who's also recording it. It is a wonderful purse. It's beautifully made.
It's really pretty.
Also, it does have a giant window for you to peer in and admire said body.
Observe the body. Oh, I just want to see this big ass baby. Come here, big baby. Look at,
God,
it's such a big baby. Oh, I'm sorry, buddies. Look, now they're looking at me expectantly. That's such a big baby. All right. I wonder if I have more. Here, hold my camera. First of all, you're assuming that a car will like slow down when it hits you. What if it's like, I'm out of here. This is not my problem. Okay, first you're gonna be in the air. It's too late. No. In a fight between a human and a car, the car wins.